Welcome to Jason's Detail Tips, everybody. I'm Jason, and today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about paint protection film. I've invited a couple guests with me on this video to help out. The first guest is Cougar from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Hey guys, my name's Cougar Elfervig. Welcome to Luxe Auto Spa in Salt Lake City, Utah.
And our second guest is Nick from Peoria, Illinois.
Hey, I'm Nick Whitaker from Detail Peoria.
So jumping right in, paint protection film, also known as Clear Bra, has become a very popular option for protecting your vehicle in just the past few years. So our goals for this video are to educate you about what Clear Bra is so you can make a better decision to know if it's right for you and your car. So in this video, we're gonna cover what the film is, the different types of film, the different types of installation options that you have, what the film is gonna protect against, and what you can expect to pay for this product installed on your vehicle.
Chances are that if you're watching this video, you probably have a pretty good idea of what paint protection film is. This is paint protection film. It comes in both your standard gloss as well as satin, or what's referred to as stealth in the industry, depending on your desired look and finish of your vehicle. It's usually 6 to 8 mils thick, and it protects against your normal road debris, rock chips, wear and tear that would normally cause permanent damage to your vehicle's finish.
So, why put paint protection film on your car? Well, if you're a person that's concerned about the appearance of your vehicle, you will want paint protection film. It is the single most important protectant that you can apply to your vehicle. Paint protection film has a high resistance to rock chips, scratches, and road debris. Not only are rock chips unsightly, but if that chip exposes bare metal, that can lead to rust down the road. So if chips and scratches bother you, paint protection film is the answer.
Now there are lots of different types of brands of paint protection film on the market. They're gonna vary in thickness, clarity. Some films are gonna have a self-healing top coat. Some of them are not gonna have that self-healing top coat. There are even films that have hydrophobic top coats.
So how do you tell if a film's good or bad?
It's hard to tell if a film is good or bad just by looking at it. Generally, the more clear and thicker the film is, the better. My best advice is to find an installer in your area with the best reputation. A reputable installer is not going to jeopardize their name with a lower quality film.
You want to do your research on the products you're looking at having installed in your vehicle and make sure that they have warranties against cracking, yellowing, and peeling. Most warranties are between 5 to 7 years, and some even go up to 10 years.
And you're maybe asking yourself, well, how do I find a reputable installer? There's two things that you want to look for. Number one, you want to make sure that the installer is using quality materials. The second thing is that you want to ensure that those installers have put out quality work into the marketplace. So make sure to do your research and know what you're looking for. And you may be thinking, well, is this something that I can tackle myself on the weekend? And that's probably something I would caution you against. For us in our facility, we took our entire team to training, and the first 10 hoods that we tried to install literally went into the garbage. So there's a lot of companies out there that sell these pre-cut kits online that you can order and install yourself, but I can tell you it's incredibly difficult to get a quality installation if you don't have a lot of experience.
Now it's important to understand that paint protection film is installed to provide a protective layer from physical damage. By finding a great installer, the film can hardly be noticed once it's locked into place. But remember, it's called paint protection film and not paint perfection film. Any existing defects or blemishes in the paint will still be visible after the install. That's why I recommend applying the film as soon as you buy a new car. And take it to an installer who can correct any of these paint issues before they do the installation. Also look for an installer with a clean, organized shop. The best shops are going to go to extreme measures to make sure they have a clean, well-lit environment for high-quality installs. Take some time to have a discussion with your installer and ask to see some examples of his work and understand exactly what to expect from a finished product.
So price can depend on 3 main things: the region of the country you're in, the type of film that's being installed, as well as the different coverage options. Also, the skill of the installer, as well as the complexity of the car, play a huge part in the cost. While I can't give you exact pricing, here's a good rule of thumb to go by. If you're looking at having a partial front end installed, which means, that usually means the lower quarter of the hood, the front bumper, the lights and the mirrors, planning on spending between $750 and $1,350. If you're having a full front installed, which is the full hood, the full fender, the front bumper, lights and mirrors, planning on spending between $1,250 and $2,400. If you're looking at having an entire car wrapped, plan on spending between $5,000 and well over $10,000, again, depending on the complexity of that vehicle.
I know what you're thinking. That is a huge difference in price. So let's try to explain why that is. There's a few different ways to install paint protection film, and that is one of the largest contributing factors to the price.
The first and most basic type of install is your plotter cut, which means the installer is going to use a plotter to cut out a standard pattern of the film for your body panel. The resulting pattern is always slightly smaller than the body panel, leaving a small amount of paint exposed on all the edges. This is the quickest and most easiest way to install the film. The downside to this type of install is that you're going to have exposed film edges that you're going to be able to see. Dirt and wax can build up on these edges, making it stand out even more, especially if you have a light colored vehicle. You're also going to have a small area of the panel that is vulnerable to rock chips, especially on any of the front leading edges.
Next, let's talk about bulk installations. Bulk installations are for advanced installers only. Why I say it's for advanced installers only is because there's a lot of cutting to do on the vehicle. When I talk about cutting, a seasoned installer actually scores the film and then rips the film away. It's not actually cutting on the vehicle's paint, eliminating any kind of damage that might be caused to your vehicle. A reason why people might do bulk installations is that you have an older vintage vehicle that might not have patterns for it. Another reason is you have a very special vehicle, or just you have that fine eye that wants a very custom, seamless install, and you only want the best protection.
Typically, the best installers use a combination of plotter cut kits as well as custom bulk installation. And when it comes to those kits, installers can use their software and manipulate some of those patterns to extend the edges. And when they extend those edges, they can easily wrap around edges of hoods or edges of fenders. And that does two things. It helps protect those edges, number one, and number two, it makes it hardly noticeable.
I hope this explains why prices will vary so much from installer to installer. Make sure that you're comparing apples to apples, and remember that you can always find somebody out there to do it for cheaper. Just make sure that you know what you are or you aren't getting before you commit to the job. In this last section, we're going to cover the most commonly asked questions when it comes to ClearBra and what the expectations and limitations are to the film.
Will you be able to see seams? Of course you'll be able to see some seams. Most installers only install to the leading edge of the panel. For example, on a partial, even if your installer is wrapping all the edges, you'll still be able to see the top line on that quarter hood. If you're looking for more of a seamless style install, make sure you go and look at your installer's work to see that it meets your expectations. Film does have its capability and limitations, but a true craftsman can give you an incredible product.
So what is this self-healing effect? And really, what does it protect against? You see, in the recent development of paint protection film, many of the premium films incorporate a self-healing top layer. It is an awesome feature. It will self-heal any light swirls and scratches. There's two layers to the film. There's a base layer that protects against rock chips and your road abrasion, and then there's a second layer of self-healing polymers. Any of those light swirls and scratches from just maintaining the vehicle or washing it will easily heal out when heat is applied to it. Now, it's not going to heal against deep scratches or rock chips, but man, it goes a long ways to protect that appearance of your vehicle. And if you're somebody that really cares about having the best appearance for your vehicle, especially if it's a dark vehicle, wrapping your entire vehicle in this makes a whole lot of sense.
All right, how do you care for the film? Actually, caring for the film is rather easy. You're gonna wanna take care of the film just like you would your paint. You can use a wax, you can use a sealant, or you can use a ceramic coating. And I know that you're probably thinking this guy's crazy, he wants me to put a protectant over my protectant now. Remember, the film's main purpose is to absorb physical damage. By putting a protectant on the film, you're making it easier to wash and maintain by making the film hydrophobic. This protectant will also extend the life of the film. You're still gonna wash the car like you normally would. We do recommend staying away from those tunnel washes and stick to hand washing. If you use a pressure washer, just make sure you keep that tip at least a foot away from all the edges. And if you get any bird droppings or bugs on the vehicle, you wanna remove those as soon as possible because they can etch the film just like they can etch your vehicle's paint. Another reason for having a protectant on the film. You don't want anyone to aggressively machine polish the clear bra. I would recommend doing a light maintenance detail once a year to remove any bonded contaminants and reapply any protection options that you have.
Just like changing the oil and maintaining your vehicle, Clear Bra also rewards proper care. Not letting your car sit outside the elements dirty with things like bird droppings, tar, water spots, even bugs. These all tremendously diminish the life expectancy of the film. Traditional film lasts between 5 to well over 10 years, depending on how you care for it. While I don't suggest a traditional carnauba wax or liquid sealant due to the possible buildup on open edges of the film, a spray sealant or spray wax, even a ceramic coating can dramatically increase the life expectancy of your film.
Now, paint protection film will absorb most of the damage from rocks and road debris, but if you are traveling at a high rate of speed on the highway and you take an impact from a larger rock, chances are it may pierce through the film. It's not a force field, but we have seen some really heavy damage that would have normally been a trip to the body shop saved by the paint protection film. And if you do get into an accident, fortunately, paint protection film is also covered by most insurance companies. I hope this gives you the information you need to decide on whether paint protection film is right for you or not. And I'm sure we've probably missed something in this video, so if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to any one of us, or you can leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.